This weaving board I actually made myself with an old frame, so I took the canvas off. I saved the canvas because it was a canvas that I had done years ago, even though I didn't really like it, but I saved it anyways. And I used this, it was a nice sturdy canvas. This is the reason why I used one of these and not one of the cheaper ones, because it does need to be sturdy. But I do want to build a bigger one because I have so many sheets that have been dying. People give them to me, and so what I'm doing is, what I want to do are a few carpets out of this. So I want a nice big frame. I want to make a nice big frame, a long frame, so that way I don't have to attach them all to each other. And with that, instead I tried another one. See if it holds here. Okay, I tried another one, which is this wool one here. So I added some pom-poms. Some of this is my mother's skirts. Some of them are my mother-in-law's old skirts, wool. And actually there's even sheep's wool here that I put in. We have a big bag of it. And then what else did I do here? Yeah, this kind of wool here, that's really pretty. It weaved really nicely, this one. I was worried that this one would, but you just have to have the patience to kind of work with all these strands, picking them out if they get caught in between. And then on the bottom I put some pom-poms. I hadn't done this for years. I was taught this in school, in elementary school. Okay, another piece of furnishing that I did was this. So this is a piece that I saw. I don't know if any of you watched this show. It's called Money for Nothing, and it's done in the UK. And it's a person that goes to the garbage dump and waits for people that are throwing away their garbage. And they'll get 3 items, and 2 of them are restored by 2 other people. So you get to know a lot of the artists around there. And the one that's presenting the show has to do her own as well too. So she found this cuckoo clock and she gave it to a guy, and it was very, very similar to this. The only difference was that this one is modern. That one was really antique. So the guy took all the clogs out of the insides, attached them to dowels, and then made a beautiful jewelry cabinet out of it. So if you're looking for this program, look on YouTube, Money for Nothing. It's really, really interesting. You have to see the things they restore on this. She'll even buy old blankets and do something out of them. So I, instead of the jewelry box, went for a thread holder. So this is going to be put in my room. Left ivory, same reasons, because I don't want to pick color yet, if I will add color. And I made shelves in it. And then, is the door going to open anymore? Oh dear. And then I'm going to, I put some, what are they called? Scrabble words in it. And then I added these shelves, and I put in backings with fabric and some wadding to make it look nice and cushiony. And that's it. So this is going to be my thread holder, which will be nice because it's closed up as well too. And as you can see, here is where the clock went, right here. Like I said, this was a very modern one, so I didn't get anything out of it. It was the modern ones. It's all plastic on the inside. It's such a shame. That one was really cool. And if I did have the clogs, I might have thought of doing, I could have done a jewelry holder anyways if I wanted to, but I think I'm going to get more use of putting my threads in here. Okay, so next project is this. Unfortunately, I don't have it here to show you. I made this beautiful little dress out of a video that I saw. Her name is Nikki. The channel's called Pin Cut Sew. And she made a little baby's dress out of a pillowcase. Then researching, I found a whole bunch of videos on that, and they were all more or less the same thing anyways. But, and her little dress, unfortunately I don't have it anymore, was with this beautiful, what do you call this guy, you guys? Double gauze, I think. And then this little pink here was a border of the little dress, and the little ties were done with this one here. So it was a really cute. These were left over because I made her little blankets when she was born out of this fabric. But the next one will be these two here. And in the end, the size was supposed to be for 18 months, 2 years, which I already knew off bat it was going to be big on her. She's a year old, but she's a very petite little girl. So I want to try making another one. And Becky, if you're watching, I need help. So I'm wondering I didn't really want to take apart this little dress because this little dress was given to me by a friend when she used to bring me clothes for my kids when they were small. She had a little girl, and she knew that I knew somebody. But this little dress was perfect. One of my kids picked it out and said, let's put it on they had little two bears, a girl and a boy bear. They were big bears, and this for years was on the bear. But I love the way it is, so I wanted to replicate this. Now I'm wondering, can I make these two front pieces the same size? Does there have to be a front and a back to a dress? Do I have to take it apart completely to make? I've never sewn before. That was my very first little dress. So, and because it was so easy to do, it came out fairly nice. But I want to start trying to make little dresses. So I was thinking of next time I go out, I'm going to see if I can find some very easy patterns. And that's that. And then I've gotten back into, sorry that I'm moving around you guys, but I can check the camera as well too. I used to do this a lot as well too, macrame. So I'm doing some plant holders for outside, and I'm not finished this one yet, you could see. But what I am doing is I'm making my own beads, because with all the beads that I had, they all had small holes. So I took out all my decorative paper again and started doing the beads much bigger. And I have a whole bunch of them here ready to go. Right in here. All my wonderful beads. And then and actually what I am doing is covering them up with that super thick Ranger's embossing powder, and I've always done this with my beads. Another project, and then you haven't seen the bigger pieces because I can't bring them in here, is this little tray. So I put 2 dowels on it. It's pretty messy right now, but I put 3 dowels on it. A big one for my crochet, you know, the big things for when I'm hand sewing. I put a little pin cushion in the cup, and then I made another 2 for other ones. And here I have my needles, scissors. I took out some zippers that I found because this year this summer, I want to learn how to put zippers on, because I would love to do those little pouches and everything. Actually, they're an idea for Christmas gifts this year. If I could do it, I want to try that. It's a good, useful thing, I think. When I'm making Christmas gifts, I try to make them useful for everybody, men and women. So, yeah, everybody can use a little bag to put their stuff in. So I think we can get on to the quilts now. Yeah, because I don't have any more big stuff to show you. Nope, that's it. I thought there was going to be hours of this. So what I've been doing here, this is my grandson's blanket that's finally finished. I finally got it together. It took some courage because I had to use my bed, so I knew that if I wanted to lie down in the afternoon, I couldn't. So, so I tried to get it done in a day. And the strips were all done. They were all joined together. I just had to join all the strips together. So yeah, it's a nice kind of mosaic blanket. And I got the inspiration, apart all the beautiful videos they are right now that they're doing these little potato chip videos. My inspiration for the colors instead, apart his room, but were from, at my husband's store, it's a ceramic store. There were those glass tiles, and there was these colors of tiles that were all put together that was just gorgeous. So yeah, this is ready to be quilted. And I thought of using this. This I bought at the Mercado here, our Saturday market. And it's like a double gauze. So I'm thinking of using this as a backing. And the colors are pretty nice as well too. And I'm wondering what the texture is going to look like on this once I quilt it all. The quilting I want to do just a straight line quilting. I'll probably do it a diagonal straight line quilting too. We'll see. And my next one is the flannel rag quilt. Now I had to make a quilt really fast because my great nephew is has been accepted in medical school in Rome, so I wanted to gift him this to bring with him. So I just have to cut all the little edges to make it more, you know, fluffy and everything. Give it a couple of washes and in the dryer, and then it'll be ready for him to take with him. I think he'll probably be leaving the end of August, beginning of September. And then what I'm working on right now, this is the back to the quilt. Can you see that? I didn't have enough of this. It was a bed sheet, and I didn't have enough. So I had to grab, these are my husband's shirts. This was fabric that I had in by the meter that was flannel as well too. My husband's shirt, I don't know if you guys can see it from there. We'll take this one down. So that I just have to cut the edges. Question, does anybody know if your rag quilt necessarily needs a binding or not? So I sewed all around the edges, even twice, leaving the space naturally to clip it. But I was wondering if binding it would make it better, would make it last longer. I don't know. So this is a quilt that I started, oh dear, a few months ago. Maybe even before, no, what am I saying? This I started last year. Anyways, I started the little houses last year, and then I started adding on little blocks. These blocks were just playing around with fabric that I had left over. And this one here is actually an old bed sheet of mine. Actually, I can show you the close-up of that if I still have it here. Oh, I don't think, oh yes I do, right here. There we go. So this embroidery was on my bed sheets. The bed sheets had been used for about 30 years, so it was time that they went. And then, so on this, it's been a while too because I've been trying to decide what to put. It's more or less an improv quilt too. I'm doing it as I go. And so what I did was I have these. Enough. There we go. I have these two long strips. I'll just put them over here so you guys can see them. So these are going to be the sides. Right there. And then these are going to be on the top. I have a whole bunch of these little squares. I'm not sure how I'm going to put them in, but they're going to be on the top and the bottom. And these ones are going to be cornerstones. So what I've done to put in between, because I don't like this attached to this or this attached to that, I think a part that I do want to make it bigger too. This will be a wall hanging. It's not going to be a quilt. It's going to be a wall hanging to put here in my bedroom for now. If I want to change the place, I can change it. So what happened to those ones? Oh, here they are. So in between, I prepared strips of fabric, which I've already designed with a floral motif. And they're going to go in between each section. But this floral motif will be embroidered with a thicker thread, like this right here. This is a cushion I did a long time ago. But as you can see, the embroidery in there, And this is a weaving technique. So I did this big, huge weaving sheet, and then I decided to cut it up to use as a cushion. So yeah, it's going to come out, actually the same flowers that are here are even designed there, so it's going to come out like that. Naturally, I'm going to try to use not too many colors because it's already colorful as it is. But I'm going to try to use in the florals, you know, the same pinks or turquoises. Greens, I'll probably use 2 types of greens for all the leaves. And yeah, and I think that's about it, you guys. I've been a busy bee, and I still am. I still have 2, there we go. I still have 2 more chairs to finish off. I'm doing a beaded curtain for my window as well too. I still have to get the rod put in. The window's an insert, so I got to get this rod attached closest to the window. And not only, the window is a picture window. It does not open, but it's a huge window. And the sun really comes beaming in around 2-3 o'clock. So I wanted to put this beaded curtain, not the whole window, because the whole window is probably, oh, that's high. That's probably about 2 meters high. Yeah, it's a high window, and it's wide as well too. And so yeah, I want to put this beaded curtain 3/4, not 3/4, I'm saying a quarter of the way up the window. So I have to do that, and I have enough beads to do it, and they're going to be mixed beads, my beads and a lot of crystal beads and everything, so that way when the sun does come through, it can also, you know, decorate the room with light. So that's about it, you guys. My future projects, I'll do another video on that as soon as I finish these, but I'm finishing projects, a lot of them. I'm getting them out of the way, things that maybe didn't necessarily have to be done right away, but you know, when you see things in front of you all the time and you're trying to, I just went for it. And I'm doing one project at a time. Naturally with sewing, no, because you know, you have your hand piecing projects, and you have your, you know, you could have a couple of quilts on the go as well too. When you get tired of one, you start with another. Right now I'm working on just this, and my grandsons, my nephews, and there I just have to clip the edges, so that I'm finished with, you could say. So thank you all for watching, and I hope I could get a video out real soon, even a tutorial video if possible. So have a great day, everybody, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.